You may be sitting here today feeling beaten down by the circumstances of life, overwhelmed by the obstacles in your path, and questioning if you will ever have the strength to press on. You may feel as though your situation is beyond your ability to handle it, that you are too weak, too small, or too insignificant to overcome what stands before you. But I want you to understand something right now. This moment is where the battle begins. You are not a product of your circumstances. You are not defined by what you have faced in the past. You are not the sum total of your failures. No, you are something far greater. You are a creature of immense potential, created with a mind and spirit that, when trained correctly, can move mountains. But it will not happen automatically. It will not come without effort. You must train your mind to overcome anything. We live in a world that thrives on weakness, that celebrates mediocrity, that excuses failure, and that refuses to demand more from the people who walk its streets. People do not want to hear about sacrifice. People do not want to hear about discipline. People do not want to hear about the cost of victory. But listen to me, victory demands everything. It demands that you take control of your thoughts, that you train your mind, that you reject the lies of comfort and convenience, and that you embrace the truth of struggle. The first thing you must realize is that life is warfare. There's a battle raging within you. And it is not a battle between your circumstances and you. It is a battle between your flesh and your mind, between your lower instincts and your higher calling. The flesh will tell you to take the easy way out, to avoid discomfort, to seek pleasure at any cost. But your mind must rise above that. It must reject the desires that would keep you in a pit of stagnation and complacency. It must refuse to be a slave to what is comfortable, to what is easy, to what is popular. It must look beyond the immediate and see the future, a future where you are victorious, where you are strong, where you are disciplined. Now, many people are under the false illusion that they can just will themselves to success, that they can just wish their way through life. But you cannot. You cannot rely on empty optimism. You cannot rely on mere thoughts or words. The training of your mind is not about thinking happy thoughts or pretending that everything will work out. It is about conditioning your mind to withstand the storms of life. It is about fortifying your mind so that when the trials come, and they will come, you are not found wanting. You are not found weak. You are not found helpless. There is an old saying that goes, what the mind believes, the body achieves. But that saying is incomplete. It is not merely about believing in something abstract. It is about training your mind to see reality for what it is, to understand that hardship is not a roadblock but a stepping stone, to know that perseverance is the key to success, and to be able to endure when others are falling away. You must begin by recognizing that your mind is the battlefield. This is where the war begins, and this is where it is won or lost. Your mind is constantly bombarded with lies, with distractions, with doubts, with fears. You are told to give up, to settle, to compromise. You are told that you are not enough, that you cannot endure, that you will fail. But you must reject these lies. You must confront them head on. You must arm your mind with the truth that you are more than a conqueror, that the strength to overcome is already within you, that you are not a victim of your circumstances, but a victor in Christ. The Apostle Paul writes in the scriptures that we are to take every thought captive to obey Christ. This is the first step. You cannot allow your mind to roam free. You cannot let it wander aimlessly, allowing it to be influenced by the world, by your emotions, or by your fears. No, you must take control of your thoughts. You must discipline your mind. You must choose what you will dwell on. And let me tell you, this is no easy task. It is hard. It is painful. It will require more strength than you think you have. But it is the only way to live victoriously. This is the essence of training your mind. It is not about avoiding pain or hardship. It is about embracing it. It is about seeing the difficulty in front of you and not shying away from it, but rather leaning into it. Your mind must learn to see the struggle as an opportunity to grow, to become stronger, to become more like the person you were meant to be. But how do you train your mind to overcome? Let me give you some guidance, some principles that will help you as you take control of your thoughts and refuse to let your circumstances dictate your life. First, you must train your mind to reject mediocrity. Mediocrity is the enemy of progress. It is the mindset that says this is good enough. It is the belief that you do not need to strive for excellence, that you can just coast through life. Mediocrity is not acceptable. It will keep you in the place of comfort and stagnation. It will keep you from ever reaching your true potential. You must resist this. You must set your mind on excellence. You must choose to give everything to the task at hand, to pour yourself into your work, to push yourself beyond what you think is possible. Excellence is a mindset, and it begins in the mind. Second, you must train your mind to embrace discipline. There is no victory without discipline. There is no success without hard work. Too many people today are looking for shortcuts, for easy routes, for instant gratification. But let me tell you, the path of least resistance is the path to failure. Discipline is the path to victory. It is the ability to say no to immediate pleasures for the sake of long-term goals. It is the strength to get up every day, to do the hard work, to stay focused, to stay consistent, even when you do not feel like it. You must train your mind to choose discipline over comfort, to choose hard work over ease. Third, you must train your mind to focus on the long term. In our world today, we are surrounded by distractions, by noise, by the constant pull to focus on the temporary. But the truth is, what matters most in life is what lasts. You must learn to look beyond the moment and see the bigger picture. When you are struggling, when you are tempted to quit, when you feel like giving up, you must remind yourself of the greater purpose. You must set your eyes on the goal. You must train your mind to endure, to press forward, to keep moving, even when it feels like there is no end in sight. Victory belongs to those who keep going when others stop. Fourth, you must train your mind to reject fear. Fear is a powerful enemy. It will paralyze you. It will stop you in your tracks. It will tell you that you cannot go on. Fear will make you doubt your ability, make you question your worth, make you feel weak and insignificant. But you must understand, fear is a liar. Fear does not have the power to control you unless you allow it. You must reject fear. You must confront it head on. You must tell it, you will not rule over me. You must replace your fear with courage, with boldness, with the belief that you have what it takes to overcome. You are stronger than your fear. Your mind is more powerful than the doubts that plague it. Finally, you must train your mind to believe in the victory that is already yours. Understand this victory has already been secured for you. The battle has already been won. You are not fighting for victory, you are fighting from a place of victory. When you train your mind to believe this truth, when you remind yourself that nothing can separate you from the love of God, when you remember that you are an overcomer in Christ, everything changes. You will not fear defeat because you know that you have already been given the victory. This is how you train your mind to overcome anything. You choose to reject mediocrity. You choose to embrace discipline. You choose to focus on the long term. You choose to reject fear. And you choose to believe that victory is already yours. It will not be easy. It will not be quick. It will require effort, struggle, and sacrifice. But I tell you this, if you commit to this path, if you train your mind to think this way, there is nothing in this life, nothing in this world that can defeat a mind that is determined to press forward. It all starts in your mind. You have the power to shape your future. You have the ability to rise above your circumstances. You have the strength within you to overcome anything. Now make the choice. Decide today that you will train your mind to think, to act, and to live as a conqueror. And when the trials come, and they will come, you will stand strong, unshaken, unmovable, because you have trained your mind to overcome anything. The battle for overcoming obstacles begins in the mind. To succeed, you must reject mediocrity, embrace discipline, focus on long-term goals, and confront fear. By training your mind to think with excellence and perseverance, you can endure hardship and push through any challenge. Victory is not something to be fought for, but something that has already been secured. When you align your mind with the belief that you are an overcomer, that you are stronger than your fears, and that nothing can defeat you, you empower yourself to rise above any difficulty with unshakable confidence. The mind is the battlefield where all victory begins. It is in the mind that the foundation of all actions is laid. And it is within the mind that the strength to overcome any challenge can either be found or lost. If you want to rise above your circumstances, if you want to achieve something beyond what others believe is possible, if you want to overcome the obstacles that life throws in your path, it all begins with training your mind for victory. This is the essential truth you must grasp. Your mind has the power to shape your reality. Your thoughts, beliefs, and attitudes will either propel you towards success or keep you trapped in failure. So the first thing you must do is understand that victory is not just about physical strength or core talent, it's about mental strength. Your mind, like any muscle, must be trained. It doesn't come naturally, and it doesn't happen overnight. It takes intentional effort, discipline, and a deep understanding of the battle you're facing. The mind must be steeled against the storms of life. It must learn to reject the lies of mediocrity, to resist the temptations of complacency, and to stay focused on the ultimate goal despite the distractions that will inevitably arise. The first thing you must understand is that life is not easy and it will not always go your way. You will face struggles, trials, and difficulties that seem insurmountable. But here's the thing, none of those challenges are truly insurmountable when your mind is strong. When your mind is prepared, when it has been trained to deal with adversity, when it has been conditioned to endure and persevere, no storm can defeat you. Training your mind to overcome anything begins by rejecting the mindset of mediocrity. Mediocrity is the mindset that tells you to do just enough to get by, to settle for good enough. It is the mindset that convinces you to be comfortable with being average. It is the lie that so many people buy into, this false belief that being average is acceptable. But being average is never acceptable. Mediocrity is the enemy of greatness. Mediocrity will keep you in the same place year after year, stagnant and unfulfilled. It will prevent you from ever achieving your full potential. The victory you seek cannot come from mediocrity. It cannot come from half-hearted efforts, from going through the motions, from only doing what's easy. No, greatness demands more. It demands excellence. You must train your mind to embrace excellence in every area of life. Excellence is not about being perfect. It's about giving your best every single day in everything you do. It's about pushing yourself to your limits even when you don't feel like it. Excellence is the refusal to settle for less than what you know you are capable of. When you make excellence your standard, you raise your expectations, you begin to think bigger, to act bolder, and to pursue goals that once seemed out of reach. You stop allowing circumstances to dictate what you can or can't do, and you start seeing opportunities everywhere. But achieving excellence is not easy. It requires discipline. Discipline is the backbone of any successful endeavor. Without discipline, you cannot consistently pursue excellence. Discipline is the ability to stay focused on the long-term goals, even when the immediate temptations of ease and comfort try to pull you away. Discipline is the power to say no to the distractions that would sidetrack you. It is the ability to wake up every day and give your best, no matter how you feel. It is about making the hard choices, doing the hard work, and staying committed when the path seems uncertain. And here's the truth that most people don't want to hear: the road to excellence is not easy. It will require sacrifice. It will require you to give up the things you love, things that feel good in the moment, but ultimately hold you back from achieving your true potential. You will have to push yourself beyond your comfort zone. You will have to face your weaknesses, confront your fears, and challenge your limits. But in doing so, you will grow stronger. You will develop the resilience needed to push through any adversity. And as you grow stronger, as you become more disciplined, you will start to realize something: you can overcome anything. But to truly train your mind for victory, you must learn to focus on the long term. In a world filled with distractions, it is easy to get caught up in the short-term pleasures that distract you from your true purpose. The world tells you to focus on the now, to live for the moment, to seek instant gratification. But the victory you desire is not found in the momentary pleasures of life. It is found in the long-term pursuit of something greater. You must learn to see beyond today. You must train your mind to focus on the bigger picture. Every challenge you face, every trial you encounter is not just a random occurrence. It is an opportunity to grow, to learn, and to become stronger. But you will never see it that way unless you shift your focus from the temporary to the eternal. You must ask yourself, what am I working toward? What is the greater purpose behind my struggle? What will this sacrifice bring me in the long run? This focus on the long term will give you the strength to keep going when things get tough. When you are faced with the temptation to give up, when your energy is depleted, when the world seems to be against you, you will remember why you started. You will remember that the pain you are experiencing now is only temporary, and that the victory on the other side is worth every ounce of effort. You will keep moving forward step by step because your mind has been trained to see the greater goal, and nothing in this world can stop someone with that kind of vision. Another key to training your mind for victory is rejecting the lie of fear. Fear is perhaps the greatest enemy of progress. Fear will paralyze you. It will make you doubt yourself. It will tell you that you cannot achieve what you have set out to do. Fear will convince you that failure is inevitable, that the obstacles in your way are too great to overcome. But fear, my friends, is a lie. Fear is the mind's way of trying to protect you from the unknown, from the possibility of failure, from the discomfort of growth. But you cannot allow fear to rule you. You must train your mind to reject fear at every turn. You must learn to embrace the discomfort that comes with growth. You must learn to trust in your ability to handle whatever comes your way. Fear will never go away, but you can learn to confront it. When fear arises, you must speak truth to yourself. I am capable. I am strong. I have been overcome. Every time you face fear and push through it, you build resilience, you build confidence, and you grow closer to the victory that is waiting for you. The final component of training your mind for victory is learning to believe in yourself. This might sound simple, but it is one of the most important aspects of success. So many people fail to reach their potential because they do not believe they can achieve it. They doubt their abilities, they doubt their worth, they doubt whether they are capable of achieving greatness. But I tell you this, you are capable. You are stronger than you think. You are more resilient than you realize. The victory you desire is already inside of you. The moment you stop doubting yourself, the moment you choose to believe in your abilities is the moment you unlock your true potential. It's the moment you stop letting fear and doubt control you. It's the moment you begin to see the path forward clearly. But belief in yourself is not just a feeling, it is a decision. It is a decision to trust that you have the power to overcome whatever comes your way. It is a decision to take ownership of your future, to refuse to let your past mistakes define you, and to boldly step into the person you are meant to be. When you train your mind for victory, you train it to reject mediocrity, to embrace discipline, to focus on the long term, to confront fear, and to believe in yourself. This is the path to overcoming anything. It is the path to success, to fulfillment, to greatness. It is not an easy path. It requires sacrifice. It requires discomfort. It requires a mindset that refuses to quit. But if you commit to this path, if you train your mind, you will overcome anything that stands in your way. And nothing, absolutely nothing, will be able to stop you. Belief in victory and strength is not merely a wishful thought or an idle hope. It is the foundation upon which every great achievement is built. Without belief in your ability to overcome obstacles, to rise above the challenges that life throws at you, you will never reach your full potential. The journey to victory, to success, to living a life of purpose and fulfillment begins with one simple truth: you must believe that you can. But belief, real belief, is not just about mental acknowledgement. It is about embodying that belief in every fiber of your being, in every action you take, and in every thought that fills your mind. This belief in victory is not blind optimism. It is not about pretending that the road will always be smooth or that the challenges will be few. No, belief in victory is about understanding the reality of the struggle, recognizing the difficulty of the journey, but choosing to press forward anyway. It is about looking at the obstacles in front of you and refusing to be intimidated, refusing to be deterred. When you believe in victory, you acknowledge the fight, but you know deep in your heart that the fight is worth it. You know that victory is attainable and that every setback is simply a lesson, not a failure. For many, the problem is not the lack of ability or resources, but a lack of belief in themselves. They may have the talent, the drive, and the skills, but they allow doubt to cloud their vision. They let fear paralyze them, telling themselves that they are not enough, that they are not capable of overcoming what lies ahead. But let me tell you this: the greatest enemy you will ever face is not the challenge in front of you, it is the fear and doubt that resides within you. The battle for victory is won in the mind, and the first step to overcoming is to reject the lie that you are not strong enough or capable enough. You must choose every single day to believe in your own strength. This belief in your ability to overcome begins with a deep understanding of who you are. You are not defined by your past failures. You are not defined by the times you have fallen short. Your past does not determine your future unless you allow it to. You are defined by your character, your resolve, and your ability to rise again after every fall. You may have stumbled before, you may have faced rejection, you may have been knocked down by the weight of life's struggles, but that does not make you weak. It makes you human. And it is precisely in your humanity, in your ability to face adversity and keep going, that your strength is forged. Belief in victory starts with taking ownership of your life, with taking responsibility for where you are and where you are going. It is about rejecting the idea that life is something that simply happens to you and embracing the truth that you have the power to shape your own destiny. This belief in your strength is the driving force that propels you forward, even when the road seems impossible to navigate. When you believe that you have the strength to overcome, you stop being a passive participant in your own life. You begin to act, to take steps, to move forward with purpose and intention. But belief in victory is not just about positive thinking. It is about having the courage to act in the face of uncertainty. It is about making decisions and taking steps even when the outcome is not guaranteed. There will be moments when fear will try to convince you that you are not ready, that you are not strong enough, that you will fail. But the true strength lies in your ability to take that first step anyway, to move forward despite the fear. Believing in victory means trusting that even when you don't see the full path ahead, the next step will reveal itself if you keep going. It means stepping into the unknown with faith, knowing that every step you take brings you closer to the person you are meant to become. Belief in your strength also means understanding that your strength does not come from your own efforts alone. It is important to recognize that true strength is not found in self-reliance, but in knowing that you are supported by something greater than yourself. Whether you believe in a higher power, in the support of a community, or in your ability to tap into inner reserves of strength, true belief in victory involves understanding that you are not alone in your fight. There is something, someone, or some force that is with you every step of the way, and that will provide the strength you need when you feel like you are running out. But let me be clear, belief in your strength does not mean that you will never face challenges. It does not mean that the road ahead will always be smooth, that you will never experience setbacks. On the contrary, belief in victory means that you are prepared for the challenges, that you will face them head on, knowing that no obstacle is too great for you to overcome. The greater the challenge, the greater the opportunity for growth. Each trial, each difficulty is an opportunity to prove to yourself what you are made of, to strengthen the belief that you can rise above anything life throws at you. And each time you overcome, that belief in yourself grows stronger. One of the most powerful ways to build belief in your strength is by looking back at the times when you have overcome adversity in the past. Reflect on the battles you fought and won, no matter how small or seemingly insignificant they may have been. Those victories, those moments when you stood strong in the face of difficulty, are reminders that you have what it takes to overcome. Every victory is a building block in the foundation of your belief. If you have overcome before, you can overcome again. And as you build this belief in yourself, it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. The more you believe that you can overcome, the more you will act in ways that make overcoming inevitable. But belief in your strength also requires humility. It requires recognizing that you do not know everything, that you will need to learn, grow, and adapt along the way. It means being willing to seek help when needed, to lean on others, and to ask for support. Believing in yourself does not mean believing that you can do it all alone. It means having the strength to acknowledge when you need assistance, and the wisdom to know that seeking help does not diminish your power, it enhances it. True strength comes from knowing when to push forward and when to rely on others, and being humble enough to accept that no one achieves victory in isolation. This belief in victory and strength is also rooted in the understanding that setbacks are not failures. In the process of overcoming, you will face moments of doubt, moments when the weight of the struggle seems unbearable, moments when it feels like everything is falling apart. But these moments are not the end of the story, they are part of the journey. You will stumble, you will fall, you will face defeat. But defeat does not mean failure. It is simply another part of the process, another lesson in the making. Every defeat is an opportunity to learn, to grow, to improve, and to build resilience. When you believe in your strength, you understand that defeat is not the end of the journey, but a stepping stone to the ultimate victory. The mind is a powerful thing. It has the ability to shape the world around you. If you believe in victory, you will see opportunities where others see obstacles. If you believe in your strength, you will find the courage to act when others hesitate. Your mind is the key to your success, and it is essential to feed it with the truth of your ability. You must train your mind to believe in the power within you, to believe that you are capable of achieving what you set your heart and mind to. Victory is not reserved for the strongest, the most talented, or the luckiest. It is reserved for those who believe, for those who refuse to accept defeat, for those who know that the victory is already theirs. The journey will not be easy, it will not be quick, there will be pain, there will be moments when you will question whether it is worth it. But belief in victory and strength is the fuel that will keep you going. It is the fire that burns inside you when everything around you seems to be crumbling. It is the belief that you can and will rise above it all. You have the power within you to overcome. You have the strength within you to face whatever comes your way. Never let anyone tell you otherwise. Never let the challenges of life convince you that victory is out of reach. It is yours for the taking if only you believe.